Let's move on to Scottish news.
Yes, so Police Scotland have faced a call for a political activism review. The reason for this is Money Blackburn Mackenzie Policy Group have had a look at the new LGBT plus allies toolkit, which suggests that the members of Police Scotland should be treating some beliefs as more equal than others. The Herald reports the toolkit tells employees that gender identity isn't a decision or a choice. It defines this as a person's innate sense of their own gender, which may or may not correspond to the sex assigned at birth. Gender-critical feminists such as Money Blackburn Mackenzie said that biological sex is real and immutable, and that any belief a person has in gender identity is an entirely separate matter. Following the landmark court case last year, this view is covered by the Equalities Act 2010. The toolkit urges those who are allies to, quote, deliver a short presentation to your team on non-binary or trans identities, and to start the meeting with an inclusion moment that can last between 10 minutes and an hour. It also says that those who sign up should evangelise their allyship, just in case anyone was in any doubt that this is a religion. This obviously takes us back to Susan Deacon's resignation from the Scottish Police Authority, an overseeing body for the police in Scotland, in that she said, in truth, however, I have increasingly become convinced that governance and accountability arrangements for policing in Scotland are fundamentally flawed in structure, culture, and practice, and I include there's little more I can do to make these arrangements work effectively. I would suggest that the Scottish Government thinks afresh about how police service is scrutinised and held to account, and how, or if, a better separation between politics and policing, and indeed between the police service and those who oversee it, can be achieved. Of course, that was back in 2019, and nothing's improved since. Moving on from policing to education, the Scottish Government, the SNP, at their party conference, announced a new Scottish Centre of Teaching Excellence. Now, this was going to be co-designed with our teachers and professional associations. It will put Scotland at the forefront of innovative research. Sounds lovely. The only problem was, well, none of the teaching organisations knew anything about this. The General Teaching Council of Scotland found out about it in the press when it was announced at the party conference. And they said, we have no further insight as to the role of the centre beyond what was included in the Scottish Cabinet Secretary's press release. We will be seeking a meeting to discuss. So here we see ideas flowing at party conference to try and look good for 5 minutes of a soundbite, no substance. But if there's substance, well, there might be substance, but it might be a negative substance, because we have here the Scottish Union for Education warning the SNP see education as a tool to promote their political objectives, from gender ideology, as in the police, to critical race theory. Instead, give teachers the resources to develop pedagogical and subject knowledge. So some sense there from the Scottish Union of Education, if not from the SNP.
Indeed. Okay, Mark.